Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Prince George here. Today we're taking a look at the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Onyx. If you are in Northern British Columbia, you're looking for a car, please reach out to me directly. You can find my email in the About tab on my channel. Crystal white, 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Onyx. Onyx is one trim level underneath the Limited, and this is the first trim level where you get the 2.5 liter four-cylinder engine. 182 horsepower, definitely a bit of an upgrade from the 152 2-liter that's in the Convenience and the Touring. So new front end on the 24s, new platform, still get to keep the 8.7 inches of ground clearance, but you get that nice honeycomb grille, you get those gloss black accents off the side of it, and you get the yellow fog light surrounds, and that's indicative of being an Onyx. You also get these nice C cutouts. I call them cutouts, might not be the right term, but stands out, especially on the white. You get these smaller, more aggressive headlights. They are LED steering responsive, and you have high beam assist on these. So quite a lot of safety tech in these vehicles. On the side, 18-inch black painted wheels. They are gloss black. I really like them on the white. I really like the Onyx in the white. You get those aggressive fender flares with the functional vents. You get the black, I think this is actually the same paint as the black paint for the Crosstrek, so this should be crystal black silica. So lots of metallic flake in there. Don't know if the camera's picking it up or not. We've got the roof rails, new style roof rails, kind of a bullnose front. I was concerned about fuel efficiency. Apparently you don't lose any with this style. Higher weight rating than the previous gen. Because of that, the standard crossbars from the 23 generation, 18 to 23, are not gonna fit. Onyx is also the first trim level where you get your tilt and slide sunroof. Well, let's take a look at that. Look at that. Looks great. I really like the new body lines on this. It is kind of hard to see on the white, but there's this nice kind of V shape that goes into the body line. Might not show up quite as well on camera as I'm hoping, and being on the white, it is kind of hard to see some of those body lines. Stands out on some of the others. New taillights, and I think that my favorite view of the Crosstrek is probably the rear 3/4 view, and I really like how this taillight wraps with the reflector. Very nice. Kind of like the Sport Forester, you have that black strip that goes across between the taillights, and again, on the white, it really shows up. It looks awesome. I do like the rear end of this. New rear bumper, functional vents, and this is where I kind of think it looks like a WRX. You get that rear built-in diffuser. You get backup sensors in the Onyx, and they'll actually apply the brakes if it thinks you're gonna hit something in reverse between speeds of 1 and 15 kilometers an hour. Underneath here, to open it, between these two stars, a little rubber switch. I guess it would help if it was unlocked, so I'm gonna go unlock it. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So right between here, a little rubber switch. Kind of hard to see there with the sun, but it's right there. Backup camera's there. It does have its own washer. I'll show you guys that inside. Tons of room in the back of the Onyx. Now, the Onyx is the first trim level that comes with the privacy cover as a standard, and they've integrated a handle into it. Makes it easier to use. Hides everything from the top of the seats down. The headliner is black in the Onyx, but I don't find it makes it feel claustrophobic, which is nice. This is easy to remove as well. It's just a telescopic piece. Halogen cargo light, that will shut off when I close the rear hatch, but yeah, tons of room. I had a Crosstrek. I fit my goalie bag in there. I play hockey, I'm a goalie. So lots of stuff with room to spare. Hard mount physical tie downs up front. Cup holders for tailgating in the rear. And then we have these hooks. The two up top are grocery bag hooks, and the two on the bottom, they integrate with the top ones for a cargo net accessory. Underneath here, spare tire and tools. Recovery eye bolt for pulling other vehicles out of the ditch. Little mountain motif with a Crosstrek Easter egg in there. Quite nice. And then nice little detail in it. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up in the light, but it says Subaru right here. And it's not that that's new, it's just something that lots of people don't notice. Then handle. Let's move to the second row. Onyx is the first trim level to get the gray premium cloth. It's actually the only trim level to get the gray premium cloth. And you get those yellow highlights. Yellow is the highlight color in the Onyx. Now this premium cloth has that little kind of pattern, star pattern to it, caltrops pattern, whatever you want to call it. It's very, very comfortable. I quite like it, and the camera's not doing this justice. I really like the yellow. I didn't think I would. The videos and photos that I saw prior to seeing this in person were not my forte, but it's quite nice. Good headroom, good leg room in these. If there's only 1 or 2 passengers, fold down armrest with cup holders. 2 USB ports, USB A and C for charging. We've got matte back pocket on the rear of the front passenger seat, and this is a leatherette. We have the anchors. There we go, it's just Velcro, but for car seats, easy to access. Just put that back. This is textured and grippy, so you can stand on it if you have crossbars on the roof and you're loading something into like a skybox. There isn't a whole bunch of other places to stand, so they made this as grippy as they possibly could with texture. In the door, a little bit of space, bottle holder, soft touch, hard plastic materials there, power window, but gold, yellow contrast stitching, child locks if you need it. And before I move up front, I'm gonna move this so that I don't get as much sun glare. And here we are out front of the dealership in the shade. So it is a proximity key. Never need to take the key out of your purse, your pocket, your backpack. If you need to lock it, you just touch those lines. It's not gonna lock right now because it's running. And then to unlock it, again, so long as the key's within 46 inches, put your hand in the handle, it'll unlock. Up front, driver door card. Something unique about the Onyx driver door card. This has a lot more cushion than the convenience, touring, and limited trims. And the reason that Subaru's done that is they expect the Onyx Crosstrek owners may take this off the beaten path a little bit more. So this is squishier, which is nice. This is also soft touch, contrast stitching, window lock, power windows, power mirror adjustment. Get the carbon fiber faux accenting that kind of continues across there. Larger bottle holder, larger amount of storage versus the second row. This is also the first trim level where you get the power driver seat, including lumbar support. And again, it's that gray premium cloth with those yellow highlights. And they've really changed these front seats. Subaru did a lot of research into driver fatigue, so they've adjusted these seats accordingly. A lot of it was pelvis movement and vibration that made a big difference. So they've made these seats much more comfortable. So I don't have any experience driving this over a long period of time, so I can't tell you that, but no one's had any complaints about it so far, upgrading from the previous gen. They've gotten rid of most of the switches here, just the scroll wheel for your gauges for the brightness. Get the aluminum pedals with the rubber grippies. On the inside driver's seat, steering wheel, more contrast stitching. You get the exclusive Onyx gauges with the yellow around it. Now this steering wheel, you can see it right here, this is your adjustment. Pull it down and you've got both tilt and telescopic. Full adjustability depending on your height, arm length, leg length, how you like to sit. So left hand side of the steering wheel, we have our Bluetooth and audio controls, volume, make and accept phone calls, issue voice commands. This little toggle right here will change our small center display. Gives us a bunch of different information. You can switch from AM to FM to USB to Bluetooth, etc. Switch between presets. Right hand side, we have our adaptive cruise and our lane centering. Now, both of these systems use the 2-color stereo EyeSight cameras, Subaru safety system, as well as this third wide view mono camera. So these are always looking for road lines, pedestrians, vehicles, does automatic emergency braking, pre-collision throttle management, all the safety stuff. Now for the cruise, you'll notice there's 4 bars ahead of the Crosstrek there, all the way down to 1. That's the follow distance behind the vehicle ahead of you that you'll follow at if you catch up while using cruise control. So 4 bars, the max, is 150 to 180 feet behind the vehicle ahead of you if you catch up at about 100 kilometers an hour. If you want to follow closer, you just press the down arrow. Each time I press it, it decreases the distance and you'll follow closer. Sport and intelligent drive modes. So intelligent is what it defaults to. You can see the bottom left there, it says P for park. Just to the right of that is I for intelligent. Sport. For more spirited driving, you'll accelerate faster, use more fuel, but you go faster sooner. Heated steering wheel. Now, it's not a whole heated wheel. It doesn't heat between the seam up here, and there's a little dead spot right here, but everywhere that you normally have your hands gets absolutely cooking. Up to 40 degrees Celsius, actually. Pretty darn hot. We have our easy-to-use Subaru Infotainment system. So it's 11.6-inch touchscreen. They've divided it into 3 portions. So the top portion, we've got access to dual function X mode, which is similar to 4x4 low in a pickup. That's Subaru's low speed off-road mode. We've got weather. That's part of the 3-month trial to the satellite radio. Got gauges, and you can change these around. Press on them. Press whichever one you want to change. So let's get rid of average speed. Let's put calendar. And then calendar's there. And then we have what you're listening to. So whether that's USB or Bluetooth, something like that, it'll tell you what song you're listening to. Main portion of the screen, we've got radio, media, hook up your phone to Bluetooth. Under apps, you've got wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You'll have access to the My Subaru app after the vehicle's registered in your name. Very, very cool feature. You can turn off the display. You've got valet mode, auto vehicle hold, and you can turn off traction control. Then below that, we have climate control. So it is dual function. We have physical buttons. You can adjust the temperature. We've got our heated side view mirrors, our back window, and area of the windshield where the wipers sit, just front defrost. If I click on the temperature, it'll bring it up, and you can have dual zone. It's from 15 on the low side to 29 on the high side. You can drag it. You can just click. Easy to sync it back to just driver controlled. Choose recirc, AC, max AC, where you want your airflow. You can actually turn off climate to the second row if you didn't want it. Fan strength, nice big button, easy to change that, hard to fat finger it. Misclick it. Below that, we have USB A and C sockets for charging, aux port for listening to music. It's got a little cargo light, as you can see, or I guess storage light. This is a 10-watt fast charger for phones or other wireless charging devices. You can turn it off if you don't like it or don't want it charging. Please don't put keys, coins, or other pieces of metal here. It's not a good time. Center console is different than the 23s or previous gen. It is an automatic with manual mode. You can use the paddles to manually select your gears. I really like that they've gone to a shifter boot, and I like the contrast. I like this material. I like the look. I think it looks great. You've got piano black, parking brake, pull up to turn it on. Foot's not on the brake and I push down, doesn't go off. It actually says depress brake. So foot's on the brake and it goes off. We have these easy to use offset cup holders, and they have drink raisers, easy to clean. 12-volt outlet for charging. You've got a little bit of storage here, and in the center console, it's just storage. If there's something that you need to put in there and it's got a cable, you've got a place to run it through so you don't crush it when your arms using the armrest. Up top, regular mirror. We have SOS and roadside. That's part of the 3-year trial to the My Subaru connected services you get with most new Subarus. When it's enabled, when the vehicle's registered to you, light will go green. Map lights are halogen. We've got sunroof controls, and it is just your standard tilt and slide size sunroof. Nothing crazy. So let's take a look out front and under the hood. So hood release, little icon right there. There's that. So these are those LED headlights. They're pretty darn bright. And then LED fog lights as well. But to access under the hood, essentially facing the front of the Subaru, put your hand in to the right of the Subaru logo facing down, move it from right to left, and there you go. That's the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that produces 182 horsepower. Pretty much everything in yellow is what the average consumer is going to touch during their ownership of the vehicle. Coolant, oil filters right there, washer fluid, brake fluid, and you've got your dipstick. Easy access to the air filter. Yeah, that's what the... Pretty standard for a Subaru under the hood there. And then something that I do often forget to show people in these videos, fuel door release. There's no lever inside anymore. You just push on it and it opens. If the driver door is locked, this little pin will shoot out and go into that hole there, and it will lock. So if the driver door is locked, your fuel door is locked. If the driver door is unlocked, your fuel door is unlocked. So that is a quick look at the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Onyx in the crystal white. My name is Tyson. the Subaru specialist here at Subaru of Prince George. If you guys have any questions about this vehicle behind me, any of the tech you saw on it, maybe something that I didn't go over in the video that you're curious about, put it in the comments below. I'm always looking to make you guys new content, answer any questions you have. And again, if you're in the north of BC and you're looking for a car, please reach out to me directly. I would love to help you find the perfect Subaru for you. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.